pain is unique to everybody. The feelings, where it's all unique. I've always had a drive. I've always questioned. I mean, someone will show me the wheel, and we've invented the wheel. I won't stop at the wheel. I'll wonder how we can refine it and change it and get to the next step. I've always been like that. Being creative, you just push the boundaries all the time. You keep going. It was nice from memory. Nice day. 1st of March. And we were busy. I remember us, we had a few reports on, lots of layout. And I was always conscious of the sitting, which is why I sat on that fitball. And it was great. I mean, I'd been sitting on it for a good year. I think for a split second I remember this hissing sound and then the burst, like a thick balloon, bursting, and I couldn't move. I remember the shock, the body shock, and it just felt like, to me, the same impact that concrete to concrete would be. It just felt like it was bone to concrete. So really hard. I actually don't remember pain at that second, but I remember not being able to move. I remember being on the floor and Theo trying to lift me, and I couldn't move. I couldn't move any part of my body. I didn't think of it as a big accident. You just think, oh, it's like falling from a chair. I didn't think the next day was going to be any different, other than I wouldn't be able to go for a walk, and I wouldn't be able to sit on the ball, and I wouldn't be able to do the yoga. I would have to take it easy. I was told to take it easy for 8 weeks, and if the pain persisted, to come back. And I thought I wasn't going to see my doctor again.
Sula was always Daddy's little girl, and I was always in the kitchen with Mum. So she was always with Dad under the truck, passing him the spanners and the hammers and the whatever he needed. She knew all the tools, and riding her little tractor. She had this little orange tractor that she used to ride around. So, and she was our little comedian, our clown, she always made us laugh, and yeah. So it was fun. We're very different, but we were always close. When it happened, I always thought, oh, she'll be better. It'll be a few months and she'll be better. A few painkillers, bit of physio, and she'll be well. I don't think any of us comprehended the extent of the injury and what had happened. We all thought, oh yeah, it might be her coccyx, or it might be bruised, and when the bruising goes down, everything will be fine. But it didn't. I think it wasn't until she had the implant that it really hit me that this thing's not going away. This thing's sort of here to stay, and yeah, it really hit home. Sula's the second mum to my girls. That's just how it is. I'm not there, she is, always. Never has, and it's not just Sula, it's Theo as well, both of them together. They are second parents to my girls. And the girls, it has affected their life greatly, because Sula and Theo would be there at a drop of a hat for anything, any occasion, for good, bad, laughter, sadness, always. Now, it's not like that anymore. They can't do it. Sula cannot physically do it anymore. If we need her, everything is scheduled for her. Everything is planned now, because she needs to rest, because she needs to organise everything around this pain.
I don't remember the day that it happened. I
remember the day because I was in a lecture with my now husband, and she sent us a text, and it was just, quite funny. Guess what happened to me, and we were laughing about it at the time.
She plays a lot down. She has a very strong personality, which whoever knows Sula would know that about her. So at the time, hearing something like that, it's a lot easier to laugh at, and her telling us how it happened, and at the time we didn't think it was what it is today, because if we knew that, we definitely would not be laughing.
You don't know what's going to happen. And, I would love to believe that she will be pain-free, but I don't know that that's going to happen. So you hope.
She misses out on so much. because she's got a plan around it. And if it wasn't for her not taking no for an answer and not, keep going and keep researching and keep looking and talking to people all over the world, I don't think she would have, she wouldn't have found the answers and the it's not a cure, it's a way of dealing with things, exercises and posture and how to sit and how to stand and how to rest and all of these things. She discovered all these by herself. She discovered the people she needed to use. She discovered the tools and found the tools that she needed to have some kind of quality of life. She doesn't back down and she won't back down. And I look up to her and so much because of that. She's a fighter and she will see it to the end. I know what she's like.
I remember right from the start feeling that there was not a pin, but like a needle, and it wasn't sharp or anything, but it felt like a 2 to 3 inch needle was just sitting in my back, right where the sacrum is. And I thought, God, what is this? What is this feeling? What is it? It wasn't hurting. It didn't feel like it was causing the pain, because the pain was sort of radiating. It was sore when I sat, obviously. But again, it felt like bruising, thick, dull bruising, hot, that sort of thing. And then this feeling of this pin or this needle being in there. And that stayed right up until I had this rectovaginal septum removed from the pelvis.
March 1st, 2007, you don't forget the date, the time, 11:04 a.m. Sitting 3 metres apart, the fit ball pops, Sula falls. Obviously shock kicks in, then giggles kick in from both of us. Sula crawls to the carpeted area in the office. The giggles subside and then we realise, okay, what's going on? What just happened? You fell from 60 centimetres from 60 above ground level to concrete. Call the GP, go to the GP, get some x-rays. 4 to 6 weeks, Sula sees a rectal surgeon, checks the coccyx, nothing wrong with that. We go to orthopaedic surgeons, we go to spinal surgeons, we go to a plethora of medicos. They can't see anything that's broken, they can't see anything that's swollen, they can't see anything that's torn, they can't see anything that's damaged physically. As a result of that, no diagnosis for 4.5 years.
How are you meant to go along to your doctor and tell them where it hurts and how it hurts and what it is? How are they meant to understand it? In the general sense, you have 20 minutes or whatever, you have 17 minutes. Mostly what do people do? They go in and they say, well, it hurts here. That's as far as most people get. It hurts here, and it feels like when anyone asks you to describe this pain, it's not like someone's sort of poking your arm. It's not like that. It's your nervous system. It's like saying your nervous system hurts. Well, how do you describe that? And then we used to have those stupid pain scales, which, from what my understanding, they're eliminating those. On a scale of 1 to 10, can you tell us about your... Absolutely ridiculous. I've thought so many times, we need a language. We need a dictionary. I'd love to put together a dictionary. I don't know, look up pain. We don't have any definitions. Nothing's clear, nothing's clarified. I got to a point where I thought I'm seeing the end of my life here. It was right before the implant, and I said to Theo, this is the end. I don't know how long it's going to be, how long I'm going to tolerate it for, but this is how the last stretch of my life is going to be, in this pain, unable to do anything, living really minimal like this. Growing up, I can't remember a time where I didn't draw. So I'd beat everybody up in the morning and I'd sit in front of the television and draw. And that's how it always was. And then suddenly there were many months, it was probably a couple of years where I really couldn't do anything. I couldn't even think of doing anything. It's gone, it's taken away from you, and you lose your purpose, because you feel like that's what you're born to do. You're a creative and your purpose in life is to make things. So all of a sudden it's just gone. There's no purpose, there's no hope. And you think if this is how it's going to be, it's not worth living.
when your partner's physical condition or the condition that she has due to that incident that happened 7 years ago affects you personally, yes, it affects me as well. I can't be intimate with my wife whenever I want to or on a whim, and I apologize if I'm speaking out of character, but there's nothing more beautiful or empowering and complimentary to do to your wife than to grab her in a moment of passion and give her a quick kiss on the cheek or a quick kiss on the mouth while she's stirring some dinner. Not that Sula can do that. So while I'm stirring the dinner, because she can't lift the pot, I can't turn around and just whiz her around the kitchen and give her a kiss on the mouth because she might be sore. So does that affect me? Yes, it does. It makes me feel like I'm missing out, and it makes me feel like she's missing out because I can't give that beautiful sensation to my wife, that I cannot make her feel special, sexy, beautiful, etc. Makes me feel quite horrible.
It's one thing seeing your life change, but it's quite another to change somebody else's life and watch their life change. There are no words for that, there really are no words. You don't want to tell your family a lot. You hide it, and that's why Theo's the hardest one to watch, because he copes with all of it. Everyone else you try and protect, even though you do, they'll ask you how you are, you're telling them things. You really don't tell them everything. If you don't deal with this yourself, no one else can really help you, because you're the only one that knows what's good for you, and you have to drive. So there's no point in dumping on everybody. There's just no point. The diagnosis was almost, like the practitioner had put a tangible thing. It was finally within reach. I could see it, identify it, and I had a target. It gave me a mission. You sort of start to build your life again. So you've got your treatment, it's working. You're heading back to the person that you want. Like, you know that person that you want to get back to. You know who they were, because that's who I was for 37 or 8 years. It's like coming back from the dead. And it's slow, really slow. We're talking about snail's pace, like a tortoise. But that's the only option you have. There's no other option. You can't go fast. You'll hurt yourself. You're back to square one. So you go slow and you build. You got all your tools in hand. You've got your treatment, your tangible thing. You got your goal. And you go. I've been here for a long time now. I mean, it's been, a year and a half more since it's 2 years, I think, this week that I saw Anne Florence and she diagnosed me. And, I'm still not, I'm a million times better from the person that was lying down all day, but that's still not a normal human being. You're still struggling with that litre of milk, and you still can't drive and you can't sit without pain. So but that's still, it's enough. And you get out of bed, there's just so much to look forward to again. Tomorrow is going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day.